Hi, I'm Adrienne, and we're here in Orlando, Florida with George Ross. How important is it for a business organization to brand themselves, brand their people, and invest in coaching?
Any business should have a brand.
Yeah.
It could be a brand where it's their service that they're known for quality of product, they're known for, so that people can deal with them and know what they're getting, so they can feel reliable at this, and they say, well, if I deal with that company, here's what I get.
Yeah.
That's the key, that's branding, that you've created something, either in a service or a whatever it is, something that differentiates you from the rest of the pack, and the rest of the critical, absolutely critical, and that's what people deal with. If they're comfortable with them, they say, well, that person is reliable. If they say they're going to deliver it, they deliver it. If they say they're going to do it, so there's a consistency, which is important, and that's the critical. That's the name for branding, and that's every successful organization in one way or another has developed a brand where it's known for something.
Absolutely.
Right, and that's what people do when they look for, and they say, I can trust this, or whatever it is, I can get an immediate refund. Whatever it is, there's something that's there that people can, they can look at and say, that's why I would like to do business with that company, or that person, or that entity.
Yeah, 100%. In terms of just a little bit of the other dynamic of actually, which I'm specializing on, is branding the people within the organization to move them from just being staff to being brand ambassadors, more empowering.
Well, that's great. Every employee basically should be part of growing the brand.
Yes.
And that's really a question of education. To say, here's what we stand for, and when you get on the phone or what have you, you have to impress whoever it is that that's what you stand for, and that they would. This is it's part of it. Be happy, that you're part of a growing organization that's got a certain identity. It's not ordinary, it's got a special identity because it does something that nobody else does the same way. That's the key to success in any major business. Now you can trace it down.
And during your time at the Trump organization, what do you remember about women deal makers and what they brought to the table?
Women deal makers are great. What they brought to the table, very important. They're good. I think women are better negotiators than men. But early on, when Donald wanted to be a brand and start with clothing or branding, at that point it fell into me, and I knew nothing about branding. But I knew what he wanted to start, and I said, I think it works because of the name Trump. And I brought in a woman who to handle branding, who had experience. And I had 7 candidates. She was the most expensive, and I hired her. And Donald said to me, why did you hire her? You could have hired others that were much cheaper. I said, because she's the better one. At that point, I think it's going to work out. In 6 months, he gave her an increase in salary. And she knew the business and knew how to build the brand, to keep the brand, and how to get in the maximum suppliers that they would do it and keep the Trump brand. She wouldn't deal with a manufacturer who didn't have the quality. And we had very strict regulations as to what they could do. If they didn't produce something the way we wanted, we cut them off the brand. So, yeah, she knew what she was doing and knew what the brand was, and basically, you could get the manufacturers because they knew if they had the Trump brand, it was exclusive, and then there was something different and meant something easier to sell because people could associate with the name Trump.
100%.
You're welcome. It's a great business you're in.
Thank you. I'm very excited.
That's good.